Hello, and welcome to this edition of SUNY Coby News. I'm Will Molesky. This is a student-produced newscast staffed by communication students enrolled here at SUNY Cobleskill. Thank you for joining us. For those that are interested in the arts, our SUNY Cobleskill seniors in the graphic design program will be holding their annual senior art show. Students will be displaying the final works of art that they have created in the graphic design program. All of the students' will be put on display for all students and faculty to view. This is a showcase of the meticulous work and research these students have put into these pieces over the past 2 semesters and showcases the 4 years of work and talent they learned from the graphic design program. The students will be there to showcase their art and to explain the creative and thought process that went into creating such artwork, as well as what research they did. The research will all be showcased in a process book that they made. All of the artworks were created originally by the students of the program and will include posters, business cards, and even a website. These projects will range from many different art forms such as illustration and photography to typography and web design. The event will take place on Friday, May 9th in the Grosvenor Art Gallery in the Old Gym. For more information, visit the SUNY Cobleskill website. This year's commencement will be held on May the 10th and will feature guest speaker Thomas R. Porter. He's an elder of the Mohawk Nation, a part of the Bear Clan, and will be awarded an honorary doctorate of humane letters. He has been a fairly well-respected figure since the 60s and co-founded the White Roots of Peace, which is a group of Iroquois that travel across North America that shares Native teachings and helps encourage Native communities to reconnect with their traditions. He is also a co-establisher of the Akwesasne Freedom School, which offers teachings of the Mohawk language, which was at risk of being extinct. He had also held the title of chief for the Mohawk Nation from 1971 to 1993. He has also been the Native American consultant for the New York State penal system, giving inmates spiritual support and teachings to inmates. He is also an important part in our Cobleskill community, as he was at President Terenzio's inauguration in 2016. This year's commencement speech will take place outside the Neil Robbins Field House on Saturday, May 10th, starting at 11 a.m. For more information, visit cobleskill.edu and search for commencement. The Van Wagenen Library will be holding extended library hours for the final week of classes starting on May 4th. The library will be open longer than normal, staying open till midnight from Sunday, May the 4th, till Wednesday, May the 7th. The extended hours are used to help give students that much needed time to help study or work on any other assignments that need to get done. At that time, the library has several computers for students to use while also having laptops for rental if needed. The library also has other equipment for rent, such as chargers or headphones. The library also has study rooms available to rent, which gives students a quiet place to work on assignments or to study for tests. If you need help studying, located in the basement of the library is CASE, which is a service that provides students with tutoring, study groups, and other studying tips. You can find the hours for CASE and find what can be rented from the library by visiting the SUNY Cobleskill website and search for the Library tab. Again, for those watching, the extended times for the library go until midnight from Sunday, May 4th to Wednesday, May 7th. The library will open at the normal time for those days. There's more coming up. You're watching SUNY Coby News from the media production facilities here on SUNY Cobleskill campus. Stay with us.
No cell phone service, no television or internet connections, no electricity. And in some DEC Adirondack campgrounds, no roads either. Forked Lake is just one of the 52 campgrounds that you can explore in the Adirondack Mountains of New York State. This facility is a primitive camping experience. Each site is outfitted with just the basics. You've got to hike trails or paddle a canoe to get to each site, putting you right in the middle of the area's natural beauty. Too rustic for you? That's okay. The DEC offers a wide variety of experiences, including island camping, tent and trailer sites with electricity and running water, boat launch facilities, hiking trails, beaches, and more. And it's all just a click away. To find out more and to start planning for your next Adirondack adventure, log on to www.dec.ny.gov. You'll find all the information you need to start enjoying the great Adirondack outdoors in upstate New York.
Welcome back to SUNY Coby News. I'm Will Molesky. This show is a collaborative effort of 2- and 4-year communication students enrolled here at SUNY Cobleskill. Thanks for watching. The re-grand opening of the Carriage House happened back in March. It was closed for a majority of the fall semester. SUNY Coby News reporter Emma Massilia talks to Director of CAS Kevin D'Onofrio.
The Carriage House is a staple here at SUNY Cobleskill. However, earlier this semester, students were surprised to find out that the Carriage House would be under new management.
So CAS was offered the ability to take over the management of the Carriage House in Taste of New York. This was not something that we asked for. This was something the campus came to us and asked CAS to take it over.
One of the reasons for this change was the economic challenges the Carriage House was facing.
When you look at the financials, there's probably really, it's a loss that happens here right now when you factor in all the expenses and all the things that cost to keep this up and running currently. We hope our goal would be to be able to facilitate more hours, more days per week, and bring in more customers, not only on campus, but off campus and the surrounding.
The new management, however, does not plan to change some of the core elements of the Carriage House.
CAS plans to really make no changes to what is happening currently and that it has happened. This will still be a learning lab for students. This will still be a place where students can come for internships.
Students voiced their concerns over social media, which proved to be a learning moment for further communication with students regarding changes.
Anytime that there's a transition that happens from one business or other business, communications can always be better. Were there lessons learned as this transition happened? Yes.
But rest assured, the Carriage House will continue to be a staple on the campus of SUNY Cobleskill.
Let's take a look at some campus events happening this week and next week. There's always something going on. On Thursday, May 1st, enjoy a luau with the Agricultural Engineering Club from 5 to 7 p.m. at Curtis Mott. A trivia night based around the show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?, will also take place on May 1st in Lower Brickyard from 7 to 9 p.m. On Sunday, May 4th, there will be a Coby picnic in Fake Field from 3 to 6 p.m. On Monday, May 5th, Pizza with the Police will be held outside of Champlin Dining Hall from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. For more information about events around campus, be sure to check out Coby Engage and the Cork app. Stay with us after the break. Emma Massilia will be here with your complete weather forecast for Cobleskill and the surrounding areas. That's next, right here on SUNY Coby News.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
The communication programs here at SUNY Cobleskill are helping to prepare the next generation of media professionals. You can help us do that by supporting the SUNY Cobleskill College Foundation. Your tax-deductible contributions help students gain real-world hands-on experience in media content creation and journalism, just like what we're bringing you right now here on SUNY Coby News. Welcome back to SUNY Coby News. I'm Will Molesky.
And I'm Emma Soliat for SUNY Coby Weather.
So that weather, man, you know?
It's cold today.
It is really cold. It's really
Yesterday
weird.
was really warm.
It was really
now
warm.
we're
It was
going
like,
back
what,
to the cold.
80?
Yeah, it was like 80
It's like
yesterday.
80.
It's
Today
kind of
it's
crazy.
like almost 50?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy, yeah.
I need that hot weather to come back. Now let's take a look at our current conditions. So right now we have a 56, it's sunny, but it's a little cooler than it was yesterday. And then when we go into tonight actually, we're gonna see a low of 35. It's cold again, shut your windows again, it's cold. Going into tomorrow, we're gonna see a little bit warmer, a high of 71, going back to the warmth, we like that. And then into the next day, we're gonna see a high of 74. It's looking great. Mostly cloudy, still warm though. And then into Saturday, we're gonna see some rain. That's okay, cool it down a little bit. And then Sunday, we're gonna see more rain with a high of 56. And yeah. So into the extended forecast, we're gonna see Monday with a high of 61 and a low of 47. It's gonna be a little cloudy. Tuesday, we're gonna see a high of 63 and a low of 52 with more showers. We're gonna see more showers on Wednesday too with a high of 66 and a low of 50 actually. Thursday, you're gonna see partly cloudy, no more rain, a high of 69, a low of 48. And then Friday, it's gonna be nice and warm with 72 and a low of 49. Still partly cloudy though.
You know what? Yeah, it's a lot to look forward to this week, you know?
It's gonna
Some
look
warm weather, lots of rain though.
Yeah, it's gonna look good for commencement though.
That's what we like to hear. Well, thank you, Emma, for the weather update. We'll be right back with more news after these messages.
You're watching SUNY Coby News from a video production studio on the campus of SUNY Cobleskill. Stay with us.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to this edition of SUNY Coby News. Up next is our fellow SUNY Coby News member Vlasis Kara-Thomas interview with Amelia Von Korf of SUNY Cobleskill Marketing.
Hello and welcome back to SUNY Coby News. I'm Vlasis Kara-Thomas here with our Campus View segment. Our guest today is Amelia Von Korf, and they are the Channel Marketing Coordinator in the Marketing Department here at SUNY Cobleskill. Thank you for joining us today.
Happy to be here.
So my first question regarding, since you're on the marketing team and you're the marketing coordinator, could you tell us a little bit about what's it like working on the marketing team?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. My coworkers are amazing. My boss, Danielle King, she's been an amazing mentor to me. She's taught me so much just to build off what I already knew in marketing. And, I do a lot with social media, which, we all see, but behind the scenes that a lot of people may not know, I do a lot of advertising. Which is super fun. And then, my other coworkers, we have 2 graphic designers on the team, a videographer, and then we also have a web designer. So we're like one big little family. It's fun.
Yeah. So what drove you specifically to pursue a career in marketing?
So I have always really been into, content creation, social media, that sort of stuff. And even like before college, I was really, losing my words. Before college, I was really strong into social media, content creating, that sort of stuff. And I grew a larger following on Instagram to the point where I'd land brand deals. I get paid to promote products, do product photography, things like that. And when I came to college, I was pursuing a degree in animal science, but I actually didn't think I was ever going to be able to pass chemistry. So I decided to change majors, and I went to ag business and pursue a more marketing heavy focus since it was something I was already doing.
Gotcha. So do you have, when you're out in the field, do you have any special techniques that you like to use, like with the camera and such like that, when you're going out and getting marketing material?
Yeah. So if I'm ever going out doing marketing material, most of my filming content is actually with an iPhone because the iPhones nowadays, their camera quality is really, really good. A lot of the videos we do are, asking a question, things like that. And sometimes, it's hard to break that ice and get comfortable with just going up to random people and being like, hey, can I take a video of you? So, just being able to have a little friendly face, a smile, and be like, hey, would you like to be in a video for SUNY Cobleskill? I think that's, the hardest technique, really, just being able to talk to random people.
Yeah, and I can't imagine you often find yourself with people who don't like being in front of a camera, right?
It's totally possible. It happens on occasion where someone's like, no, I'm okay, and being able to make them feel comfortable with saying no to is part of it. Yeah.
So do you ever run into when you're doing a story to document on, do you ever run into any problems where they become really difficult, stuff like that?
I think the biggest issue, which I've been fortunate to not have, is that I've been presented with this amazing story from a professor or a student, or faculty member, someone who says, do a story on this student or this alumni. And the only issue that I could really ever run into is that person not answering, or maybe their boss not answering, something like that. But thankfully, everyone's been very responsive and very supportive about sharing their stories.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, because that does I've had a little experience in that area too, where it becomes a problem. But do you think, I heard about this new program that Cobleskill is rolling out called the Agricultural Communications Program. Do you think you can tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So as an undergrad myself, I did ag business because that was kind of the next step. I wanted to do something related to agriculture because I'm really passionate about that, and being able to express that passion to other people, advocate, as people say, about agriculture and all the great things and how important it is to us. But I think if the ag communications program was a thing when I was still in my undergrad, I would have definitely pursued that. There was a time where I was considering a communications minor, but then I was approached by my advisor and said, no, you can graduate next semester, just stay where you are.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great program for anyone who has a passion for agriculture and also has a passion for making their voices and their passions heard, and communications is a perfect vessel to do that.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I believe that's all the time that we have right now. Thank you again for coming on to set, and thank you for watching here on this edition of SUNY Coby News on the Campus View segment. If you want to let us know if you want to let us know who you'd like to come on and interview with, just send us a direct message on any of our social media handle. Our handle is @SUNYCobyCom, and thank you again, Amelia,
Thank
for
you
joining
very
us.
much.
Well, that's all for this edition of SUNY Coby News from right here in the video production studio located on the second floor of the Van Wagenen Library building. For more information about the 2- and 4-year communication programs here at SUNY Cobleskill, including our new agricultural communications program, visit www.cobleskill.edu today. You can also find the SUNY Cobleskill communication program on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Following the hashtag SUNYCobyCom will also help you stay caught up with us too. Again, I'm Will Molesky, and thanks for joining us today. We'll see you on the next edition of SUNY Coby News.